It's December 2008. The global financial system is in freefall. Banks are collapsing. Retirement accounts are being wiped out overnight. And in a modest office on the 17th floor of the Lipstick Building in Midtown Manhattan, two men are sitting across from their father, listening to a confession that will change everything. Bernard Madoff looks at his sons and tells them the truth. The wealth management business, the one managing billions for the world's most sophisticated investors, is a lie. Every trade, every statement, every return, fabricated for decades. His sons call the FBI the next morning. Within 24 hours, the most successful financial fraudster in human history is arrested in his Manhattan penthouse. The number that emerges from the investigation is almost incomprehensible. $65 billion stolen from charities, banks, hedge funds, celebrities, and ordinary people who trusted one man with everything they had. But here's what makes the Madoff story truly remarkable. This wasn't a shadowy criminal operating in the dark. Bernie Madoff was Wall Street royalty, a former chairman of the NASDAQ, a man regulators called for advice. So, how does a kid from Queens become the most trusted man in finance and the most destructive fraudster the world has ever seen? Bernard Lawrence Madoff is born on April 29, 1938, in Queens, New York. His parents, Ralph and Sylvia Madoff, are the children of Eastern European immigrants, working-class Jews, navigating a world that doesn't always welcome them. From an early age, Bernie is sharp, observant. He watches his mother run an unregistered brokerage operation out of their home until regulators shut it down. His first lesson in finance comes with a warning attached. By the time he reaches Hofstra University, Madoff isn't particularly distinguished academically, but he has something more valuable than grades. He has an instinct for people, for trust, for knowing exactly what someone wants to hear. In 1960, at just 22 years old, Madoff takes $5,000 he earned installing sprinkler systems and working as a lifeguard and founds Bernard L. Madoff Investment Securities. It's a penny stock operation, small, unglamorous, nothing that suggests the empire it will become. But Madoff has a plan. At the time, Wall Street is dominated by old money. The New York Stock Exchange is a gentleman's club, and outsiders, especially Jewish outsiders from Queens, are not welcome at the table. He pioneers the use of electronic trading technology at a time when most brokers are still scribbling orders on paper. He helps develop the system that eventually becomes the NASDAQ. He is, by every measure, a genuine innovator, a man who transforms how stocks are traded in America. By the 1970s and 1980s, Bernard L. Madoff Investment Securities is one of the largest market makers on Wall Street, processing billions in trades daily. Regulators don't just know his name, they call him for guidance. Madoff becomes the chairman of NASDAQ in 1990, 3 times. He is, without question, one of the most respected men in American finance. Nobody knows the precise moment Bernie Madoff decides to start stealing. Some investigators believe the fraud begins in the early 1990s, during a recession that makes it impossible to deliver the consistent returns he has promised clients. Others believe it starts earlier, perhaps as far back as the 1970s. What is clear is this: at some point, Madoff stops investing his clients' money altogether. Instead, he deposits it into a single Chase bank account. When clients want returns, he pays them using money from new investors. When clients want withdrawals, he pays them using money from other clients. This is the oldest financial fraud in history, a Ponzi scheme, named after Charles Ponzi, who ran a similar operation in the 1920s. But what Madoff builds is something far more sophisticated in its deception, and far more devastating in its scale. The genius of Madoff's fraud is not the scheme itself, it is the psychology surrounding it. Madoff doesn't chase clients, he makes them chase him. He operates a separate wealth management division, kept deliberately quiet. There are no flashy advertisements, no cold calls, no public pitch decks. Clients are brought in through an exclusive network of feeder funds and social connections, primarily through Jewish community organizations, country clubs, and charity circles. To be a Madoff client is to be part of an elite, a chosen few. People don't ask questions about how the returns are generated. Asking questions means you don't trust Madoff, and not trusting Madoff means you don't belong. His returns are not outrageous. That is the key. While other fund managers are promising 20, 30, even 40% annual returns, Madoff offers a modest, consistent 10 to 12%. This is the overall summary, so you must read. And wait for part 2.